This is the Shawn Yankey Show.
And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings. We decided long ago that the dangers of excessive and unwarranted concealment of pertinent facts far outweighed the dangers which are cited to justify it.
In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex.
Today, we've had a national tragedy. 2 airplanes have crashed into the World Trade Center in an apparent terrorist attack on our country.
This episode of the Shawn Yankey Show is being brought to you by the support of viewers like me. We realize the importance of independent media and truth in this time of mass deceit and propaganda. We have decided to fight for and support it to keep it alive. You can help us in this fight for truth. Contribute at patreon.com/Shawn Yankey. Thanks for coming to the show. It'll begin soon.
Hey, everybody, get in here. It is time once again for the Shawn Yankey Show. And I am Shawn. This is the Shawn Yankey Show. You are in the right place. So welcome to it. Let me tell you what we do around here real quick, just to get us started. This is a conversation-driven chat show. We have a conversation every night based around the comment section. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and back on Twitch. We went back to Twitch. We were trying D-Live, and it's not that I didn't like it. It's that it didn't pull the comments in, and I wasn't able to get that fixed. We have to be able to take part in the show. It's part of it. So we're back on Twitch where we can get the comments pulling in until we can fix the D-Live problem. And we'll give Twitch another try. But let me see who's here. Say hi to everybody. Get the show started. Lee got first tonight. Lee is the champion tonight. Lolly has been dethroned. Hey, Joan. Hey, Danon. Helen's here. Lolly. Samuel. GD. Paul. Ron. Roseanne. Good group here. Good group. Glad to see everybody here. And thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. And Ron will tell you. See? Ron will tell you. Sharing is caring, and smashing those buttons is fantastic as well. Interaction is great for the show. All interaction, commenting, smashing the buttons over on Facebook, sharing, all of that, tagging your friends, all of that counts and helps us get out to more people. So there's so much more to do than share, and it's all free. And you can help out the show. But you can also become a supporter of the show and help us to grow and help us with things like the new website that everybody should go check out after the show, of course. Go over there and check it out. Look around. But one day we hope to be able to be streaming to that site directly. Right now you can watch the show over there. And but it's the YouTube feed. And as you know, or maybe you missed it, this morning at the Morning Yank, we got our second YouTube strike in 90 days. Now, if you get 3, they take your channel down and wipe all your content. So I was already moving a lot of my videos and stuff onto storage, getting them so I have a copy of them at least before they get wiped. But preparing to move to a new home on YouTube, our third, but we're back on our old home for now. And you know, if I can rename the channel, I just may move us back here. If I can name it something like TSYS or something. And I probably can. I just need to figure it out. So we're on Me on Things and Stuff over on YouTube for the next 90 days. I'm going to stay over there for 90 days until the strikes go away and just let them clear out. I mean, we got 2 homes, might as well use it. Plus, this channel has more subscribers. It's just they're not used to us being over here. But yes, tonight is motivation night. Every night on the Shawn Yankey Show, we do different themes. On Tuesdays, we try to focus on ourselves, working on ourselves, and building ourselves up with motivation. I feel like it's very important. Now, this morning on the Yank, I was telling y'all that I was thinking about switching up the theme for Tuesday. But the more I consider it, the more I realize what I was going to replace it with was like prepping and preparing for what's coming, getting ready, have like a prepping night and where we talk about stuff like that. But I see no reason why that doesn't fit perfectly in motivational night. You know what I mean? I think I can marry those 2 themes and get them together. But that's what we'll do. Just kind of expand on Tuesday, more of a working on yourself and preparing for what's coming, like a sandwich. I feel like that'll be a good idea. Ron got a smoosh callus from smooshing them buttons. Man, thank you, Ron. Ron is a boss. Ron is our head of security. That was neat. And the whatever the head of the compound, the Yankey Peeps compound, when the shit finally does hit the fan. And yes, Lee, I can see your comment. Thank you for commenting on Twitch, by the way. Thank you for going over there and giving us some interaction on Twitch. Because I'm going to give it a try. We're going to stay here for a while over on Twitch. And I know that first time I kind of gave up on it a little quickly. But it was only because I was worried about censorship there and because it seems to be mostly a gaming platform. But there's a lot of gaming live streamers. Have you guys noticed that? I never really was aware of how many there were till I started going out to different platforms and different social media sites. There are a ton. That's very big, I guess. Oh, thank you, Lee. Thank you for doing that. Thank you very much, everybody here. Everybody's name that I see in these comments, you guys keep me going. You have no idea. The family that we have here at this show, the vibe that we've created is unreal and very special. And I hope that you benefit from it as much as I do. But I want you guys to know I love y'all. And it means a lot that you gather here and support what I'm doing and support the growth of this show. And that's it. I like to point that out anytime I get a chance, and remember to do it, because you should always let people know, especially your family. And I believe we are family at this point. This feels like a family vibe around here. And I just think it's awesome what we've built. But the motivational night keeps me going. Like I was saying on the morning Yank, I was like, I like it. I benefit from it. So, but it is hard for me to do. I would say this is one of the hardest nights to do, because I'm actually a pessimist, I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist, and it's hard sometimes. It's hard sometimes to keep yourself focused on positivity and to keep yourself going especially when you're trying to do anything big or meaningful and move forward in your life, whether that's get out of bed or accomplish a big project or start something life-changing, whatever it is, and it's hard to keep going sometimes, and just things get in the way, things happen. And it's just, this is important. And I like to do it. So it's just kind of hard. I lost my train of thought because I'm looking at the comments. Nissa asked what happened. Are you talking about how we got kicked on YouTube? Paul thinks it's because he said the C word. I don't know, because the notification that I got said it was for harmful information, harmful content. And they described that as teaching people how to use narcotics, basically, or using narcotics, or making like bombs and shit. And I'm like, we weren't doing any of that. It was basically a rant about a panel I was on. And yeah, the C word came up a couple times, but it could have been that. It could have been, because it also could have been the amount of F-bombs we were dropping. They were dropping from the sky, but I was wearing the F-bomb shirt. I feel like that's a warning that I'm letting it loose a little bit. You are talking a dude, but that's not nothing new. And is that narcotics? We didn't even point out what it was. How do they know it wasn't a hand-rolled cigarette? You know, I didn't even ask you what you were smoking on, dude. A lot of times we go all the way into what strain it is. Nissa got to go out to eat. Restaurants opening back up where she is. I've seen a lot of places like that. Did you see what happened in Italy, where everybody just decided to open back up at the same time and they ended up getting rid of their mandates that day? Oh, you only get a share badge if you share during the show, Jane says. Joan. I'm sorry, Joan. I called you Jane. Anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. I love hanging out with you guys and reading the comments. Sometimes I get absorbed in them though. But I need to get focused on what we're doing tonight. Because like I said, it's motivation night. We're working on us tonight and positivity. Because if you really love your life, you shouldn't waste any time. You know, you should try to work towards moving in a good direction at all times. Don't waste it sitting still. Don't hesitate and overthink everything. And then especially don't let what others say to you get you down or stop you, because people will line up to shit all over your dreams. They can't wait, for many reasons. I shared on Facebook a thing about a week or two ago about how don't tell people your problems, because 80% don't care and 20% of them are glad that you're having them. It's true. I mean, and if you're trying to do anything real or something they think they can't do, then they want to see you fail, because that will reinforce in them, oh yeah, it is impossible. I knew it. I knew I was right. I knew that you could never achieve something like that or get your independence or whatever it is you're wanting to do. People will line up to tell you you can't do it. And it's unfortunate, but you can't care about any of that. You got to stay focused on what you want to do, because it's your life and it's your time, and don't waste any of it, because that's what life is made of, is time. You can't waste it. You got to make the most out of it. So I want to watch a video with you that I think I need to see, because I'm caring a little bit too much about what other people are saying and what other people think, and I'm letting people into my head that I shouldn't be allowing in. You are in control of your own thoughts, and you can't affect what happens to you really, but you can affect how you react to it, is what I'm trying to say. You can control your reaction to things. And I need to reevaluate for myself how someone else's opinion doesn't really matter, isn't what's important. It's what you feel is important, what's important to you, what matters to you, and what's true to you, and what's important in your journey towards what you're trying to accomplish. So we're going to watch this video real quick. Thank you to everyone who's here and everyone who was sharing. I'm going to peep out with you for about 11 minutes, and then I'll be back. So we're going to watch this and hang out, and I'll be right back with you. I don't care. I don't care that it will be hard, because I want to make it happen. I don't care that it requires hard work, because I am committed to making it become a reality. And I don't care if you think I will fail, because if I do, I will just get right back up and keep moving forward. The only way that I could fail is if I quit. Now, I don't care if you think that it's impossible, because for you, it probably is. And I don't care if I have to walk alone. I will get where I'm going through determination and will. See, you can't care. You can't consume yourself with nonsense that has no real value or use to you. People's opinions, doubts, obstacles, these things are not going to go away. They are a part of life, but you don't have to let them hold you back. You can't allow negativity to keep you from being positive. You must overpower the negative and drive it out. Stop being a safe harbor for that bullshit. Set yourself free and allow yourself to achieve greatness. Tell yourself yes. Say that you can have these things. You can have better. You can do it. Stop telling yourself no. Do you want to know what I do care about? I care about you realizing your potential. You realizing that you are not weak. That you can take the reins. You can take control of your life. And you can move forward and have better. If I can just help one person see that they can do anything that they set their mind to and achieve anything that they decide that they will achieve if they just believe and do the work. So I don't care about anyone who thinks I can't do what I'm trying to do. Whatever it is, I don't care who says it's impossible. I don't care, and neither should you. Don't let these negative people control you. No matter what you're trying to do, there will be people lined up waiting to tell you it's impossible, that it can't be done, that you can't accomplish that. Everything that's ever been accomplished, there were people telling those people, you can't do this. They didn't listen. They did it anyway. They didn't care what people said. They believed in something. They had a vision, and they did what needed to happen to make it real. They put in the work. They adapted when things got in their way. They overcame the obstacles. They kept moving forward. That is what you have to do. That is what you must do. When you decide you want something, you have to believe that you can have it and then put in the work to make it happen. And when life gets in your way, because it will, life is excellent at doing that, and it will knock you down. But when it does, get back up, keep moving forward, keep fighting for what you want, and you can make it happen. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. It could be you want to lose some weight, you want to make more money, you want to quit smoking, you want to change your life. You can do anything you want to do, big or small. If you believe in yourself and decide, and then whatever effort is needed to accomplish that task, you make a plan, put in the work, and get it done. But don't let anyone stop you. Don't let anyone stand in your way, including yourself, because you will have negative thoughts and you will have doubts, but you shouldn't care about them either. Ignore them. Train your mind to be positive. Teach yourself to believe that you can do things, even things that seem impossible. Because impossible has I'm possible right in the word. Nothing is impossible. Everything can be achieved if you just believe. And I believe deeply in myself, so I don't care what anyone thinks, especially if they think I can't do what I'm trying to do. I don't care who says it's impossible. I don't care, and you shouldn't either. I do care about what I think. I do care about what I am exposed to, and I do care about what I choose to focus on, because I do care about reaching my goals. And that is what you should concern yourself with. The things that you can affect, the things that you can control. That all starts with you. It all starts in your mind. Control your mind. Control your thoughts. and focus on what's important. Remove negativity and doubt from your world as much as you possibly can. Get that away from you. It's not helping you. It's no good for you. And that includes negative people in your life as well. You're going to have to make some hard decisions about who you surround yourself with, what you expose yourself to, but mostly work on your mindset. It is crucial that you control your mind. You have got to learn how to get control of your thoughts. Your thoughts can defeat you and do on a regular basis. If you really think about it, you talk yourself out of most things that you want. You convince yourself that it is impossible to achieve or have most of the things that you desire. Stop doing that. You can't listen to that voice. That voice is a liar. That voice is trying to protect you. It is trying to give you the easiest path. It is trying to protect you from what is hard. Ignore it. It is not there to help you. It's there to hold you back. It's there to keep you from getting hurt. Well, you're going to have to expose yourself to some danger in order to have better. You're going to have to expose yourself to new situations and new ideas and new ways of life in order to move forward and achieve things and learn and grow. So be brave. Don't be afraid. Don't let that little voice of fear hold you back and keep you from accomplishing things. Convince yourself that you are powerful. Convince yourself that you can have better. You can have more. Believe that you deserve it and believe that you can have it and go get it. Achieve what you want by believing you can do it. It sounds cheesy. It really does. I agree and I admit. I feel that way when I say it sometimes. If I didn't know it was true, I wouldn't say it. Keep saying it until you get used to saying it, until you believe it. Say it in the mirror over and over and over again, because these simple little phrases that may sound cheesy have so much truth in them, it is unreal. That is a true statement. If you believe it, you can achieve it. It is true. You can do anything you set your mind to and work to do. But you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to believe that you can achieve these things. You've got to believe you can have better and believe you deserve better. Belief is an important element. It's as important as the work. Because even if you do the work, if you're like, I'm pushing at this, man. I'm driving at this. I'm trying hard. I put in effort every day. Do you believe it? Do you believe you can do it? Is your heart in it? Because if the answer to that question isn't yes, then you're working your ass off for no reason. You're chasing your tail because your mind isn't in on it. Your mind is actively working against you, in fact. You have to get everything on board. You have to get everything working together. And that starts in your mind. Your mind has to be the first thing on the page and bring everything else in to join it. Get your mind made up. Decide what you're going to do and then do it. Because things will get in your way. Things will try to stop you. Even your own mind will try to stop you. If you keep fighting forward and keep moving forward, fight through all that shit, fight through the negativity, you will start to gain strength and power over it and begin to be able to eliminate it from your life, from your existence. Because all of this shit that you don't like that's in your life is only there because you're tolerating it and allowing it to be. Stop tolerating it. Remove it from your life. Take its power away. This all starts in your mind. You can do this. But you have to stop caring about all this negative shit and influences around you and these people that want to always convince you can't do things. Well, they can't. They're right. When they're speaking, they're telling the truth. They can't do anything because they don't believe in themselves. They don't believe in anything bigger than themselves. They don't believe in things they can't see. They don't have any vision, but you do. You can have better. You can achieve these things you dream of. You can have this life you want if you just believe that you can and start moving towards it. Quit letting invisible bullshit that doesn't exist keep you away from what you want, because you are infinitely powerful. You can do whatever you want to do if you believe in yourself and you believe. You have to believe. Belief is so important. It's really one of the most important things you can do, because everything else will come out of that. If you really believe that you are meant for greater, that you are meant for better, that you can do something, that you can have something, you are going to want to work to get it, because shit, you believe it should be yours. So the effort's going to come. All you need to have is a little persistence and will to keep pushing, and you can get to anywhere you want to go. That's it. That's the secret. That's the key. Belief. That's the most important thing. So that's what you should care about. That's what you should focus on. That's where you should center yourself. In positivity. Tell yourself yes. Tell yourself you can have things. You can achieve what you want. You can reach your goals. And then put in the work, and you will. If you stay in these negative thoughts, then you're going to let them drag you down. You'll never have anything. You'll run around in circles, and nothing will ever change. And you'll have no one but yourself to blame. You can't blame anyone else if you're unhappy with your life. You have to take the reins and take control of it. It's no one else's job to fix it. It's your job. So believe you can fix it and persist until you do. And you can do anything you set your mind to. Whoops. I almost played a different one. All right. So that was the video that I wanted to watch, and I hope you guys dug it too. And I really needed to hear that. I am making the mistake of letting someone in my head right now, and I need to get it out. They don't belong there. It's not their place. It's my place. And Ron, you're absolutely right. If you believe it, you can make it possible. It just takes work. And if you're willing to put in that work, and if you're willing to get back up when you fall down, and you're willing to keep moving forward towards your goals, you can achieve anything you want. Joanna says, believe still has a lie within it. Stop believing and start knowing, is what she says. I know people that would agree with you. They think belief is a weakness of character, actually. I don't think you're fully getting what I'm saying, though. Like, you have to believe that something's possible. Like, I have a vision, for instance, for this show, and an idea of where I see it 5-10 years down the road. And I believe in it. And, you know, maybe that's what you mean, believing so deeply that I know in my heart I will make it happen. I don't want to infer too much in that. I just want to believe, I think, is very important. There are people that will say, and I'm not saying that's what you were saying. I'm just ranting, that belief, having faith in anything, makes you weak. That's ridiculous. Lee is on Twitch and YouTube. If you peeps aren't going to communicate with him, he'll go to Fascist Book 2. Don't push him. Where did Paul go? Rose says you got to be your own dominatrix in life. You got to kick your own ass. You do. You do, really do. You know, and that's why in those videos, I always keep them vague and I always focus on you. You're really the only one that can affect anything. Nobody can do these things for you. They just can't. You have to do it yourself. Oh, the oil's kicking in. You got to give me some of that. Meet me halfway. How far away are we from each other? Let's do a road trip. Come on. Let's meet, high five, dap it up, give me some cookies. I'll head back. It looks like good cookies. He's a baker, Paul. He's quite a baker. Faith does strengthen us. It's very important to me. Ron says, I hope you make it big time. I just hope you still acknowledge me when you do. Brother, always. Matter of fact, my biggest fear is, when it finally does click and we go into third gear and the comment section starts whizzing by, that I won't be able to find y'all's names. Like, that's my biggest fear. I've had nightmares about that before. Like, dude, it's just going so fast and I'm like, oh, there they were. But I can't catch up with it because it scrolls over here on the side and it's pulling in comments from 3 places. Sandy says, pick yourself up, brush yourself off, and start all over again. Apparently, that's a Nat King Cole song, and it's very good advice. You fall down 7, get up 8. You just got to keep going. I saw that too. Marie said she was on YouTube and the chat function wasn't working. I tried to go over to YouTube during the video, and it wasn't working for me either. Just a little monkey. And I don't know what's up with that. I noticed that there's YouTube comments coming in. So it's working for some people, but it wasn't working for me either. Oh, thank you, man. You know what it is it's the censorship. My buddy Robert was talking to me today about how I seem like I'm getting down and I'm letting things weigh on me. And he's not wrong, but it's the censorship. It's not that I feel like the quality of this show is bad. I know that there's a lot of area for growth and improvement, but I feel like it's a quality show, and we have a great conversation every night, and we have built something terrific here. All of that's great. It's that the censorship is so severe. Like today on the Morning Yank, we were doing nothing dangerous. To me, cussing is not dangerous, and ranting and having a conversation, I see nothing wrong with it. To pull us for harmful content, is ridiculous. And if it was because Paul was smoking the joint, that's idiotic. It's idiotic, as it happens to be legal where Paul was sitting. I know it's not legal on the federal level, but I seriously doubt that's what it was, because we never mentioned what you were smoking. It was the cussing. It was the C word, but it was probably the cussing. I watched it. They flagged a 9-minute and 55-second bit, and I watched it, and it was the intro. It was the first 9 minutes and 55 seconds. And all I really was doing was cussing. We said the C word a couple times, and they pulled it. But I was mostly just ranting about that panel I was on. Oh, thank you. That's all I can do. I just try to be authentic and try to deliver the best show possible for you guys every night. And I think we've gotten better and better and better over time. I learn a lot from you, and I think we have a great thing here. I can't wait for it to blow up more. I'm going to play that again, Paul, for the show tonight. We're going to watch a video. This is from a movie. Lolly looked it up. I believe it's called Utopia, with John Cusack in it. But I'm going to play a video clip for you guys from that movie. We played it today on the Morning Yank, but a lot of people on YouTube may have missed it because we got pulled. And then, you may not have got to see the Morning Yank. Some of you are at work and don't get to stop by for that. So I'm going to get this ready in the background and play it for you guys here in a little bit. But I want to get more into motivation and positivity for just a little bit, and look in the comments and see what you guys are talking about. Hold on, wait. I'm on episode 4. Is it a TV show? Canceled after 1 season. Was this clip from a TV show, Lolly? Utopia? John Cusack looks about 10, 12 years younger than he does now, but I don't know. I want to watch it. Oh, thank you, Dave. You're the bestest. You're the bestest. And I also am looking forward to some of your writing. Dana's going to write for the website, and I'm fascinated to see the articles. I want you to do something like, you know, from the eyes of someone just realizing some of these things, you know, like you hear a topic that we throw out or something comes along that interests you, jot that shit down in a journal. I'd love to see that stuff. But anyone else that would like to write or submit things for the site, or knows someone that maybe would like to help contribute content for the site, please do, because I'm going to really try to focus there, because being how the censorship and suppression is the thing that bothers me the most, and it's really eating at me the most, is how bad we're being held back. I think getting us up on the website and streaming on the website and having that be our home will make me feel a lot more secure. Unfortunately, it's a little ways down the road because we need to get more support. It costs a good chunk of money each month, and I want to be able to pay for at least 6 months or a year. You know, I think that makes sense instead of going month to month. Not only do you save a lot of money buying like a year, you know, it's good to make that commitment, because I want that to be our home. So I don't want us to get over there and then 2 months in, I can't make the third payment. You know what I mean? So it's going to be down the road, but I think that'll make me feel a lot better and more secure, even if it takes us 3 more years to build a following on the website. You know what I mean? At least I know I'm not being held back there. There's not a bot that is making sure that this show doesn't get seen by anyone. It's Utopia on Amazon, the show is called. Very interesting. 1 season, then canceled. And yes, we do miss you, Paul. We miss you on Facebook, sir. Make a fake account where you just share pictures of Hank and Peep and your food, and you come to live streams. You know, that's it. Just, you know, just so you can be a peep and hang out. I know why you left. You left because this is going to be a tracking system. Well, it already is, but a way for your neighbors and your community to narc on you. And he is over on YouTube on Me on Things and Stuff on the old YouTube channel. We're going to be on that for 90 days, by the way. That will be our home, because one more strike on YouTube on the main channel and we get wiped. And I'm going to wait until they clear them all out. I'm not even going to mess with it. Let me switch back the border again. We're going to watch this quick little preview or clip from a show called Utopia. And, you know, I think there's a lot of truth buried in plain sight here. So I'm going to take us over and show it to you, show you what I'm talking about. I hope the border's not blocking that. No, that's not what I want. I need it like that. All right. Watch this little clip.
I'm the foremost expert on this virus.
It's a pretty serious situation. I bet your ass it's a serious situation.
The Stearns flu has now been declared a national pandemic.
What the hell did you put in that vaccine?
Created a flu that sparked the demand for a vaccine that doesn't work. After everyone in the country is vaccinated.
And the world?
He'll have murdered millions.
Nope, you don't have it. And we have taken that virus and embedded it in the vaccine of the Stearns flu. I knew it. I knew it.
He created a panic, and now everybody's begging for the vaccine.
No. Demanding it. With all the entitlement of a first world country.
Yes. And now we have exactly what we want. Hundreds of millions of Americans lining up, offering us their arms, and letting us give them our creation.
I'm pretty sure when every vaccinated person starts dying, they'll trace it back to undetectable virus or not.
What we are doing is far bigger than death.
You're killing people.
I told you it does not kill. That was the amazing epiphany we had. We didn't have to kill to accomplish our goal. We intend to stop human reproduction for 3 generations. The busy, endless global assembly line of babies will grind to a halt. You're sterilizing people? Huh? In the first 5 years, we'll start to see major birth rate declines as teenagers vaccinated today hit their childbearing years. I love people.
How? Why would
Doing what our government or citizenry is too spoiled or self-indulgent to do. We are saving ourselves from ourselves.
Halting overpopulation.
100 years ago, the global population was 1.7 billion. 2011, it reached
7 billion.
people live too long, die less often, fuck too much, shit out babies like.
In 2050, they say it's going to plateau.
It'll be too late to save an Earth that bears any resemblance to a world we actually want to live in. We have to live modestly. We have to live selflessly. And as you know, we're not that good at it.
You can't just decide people won't have babies
I
because...
can, and I did. Think of me as the stern parent who tells the children they can't play with the family gun.
Wow, right? That's crazy. That is insane. I am going to watch that show because there is always truth hidden in plain sight like that, through stuff like that in entertainment and all these kind of things. And it is, Joan. It's as bad as Songbird. It's very in your face. And I don't know how old that show is, but did you hear what he said? They inserted a virus in a vaccine so that this virus would spread and everyone would beg for a vaccine to that virus. Then they would deliver it with their secret package in it. Lee said there's a lot of short films by Dust that throw out these little tidbits as well. Lolly said he's really supposed to be Gates too. He's portrayed as Gates, and his character even has fake food line. The clip's extremely eye-opening. Rose says that she gets censored all the time. I know we all do. Anyone saying or doing anything of value or doing anything real is being censored to shit on every platform. And that's not okay. And anyone cheering it on is an enemy, honestly. An enemy of logic and progress, because you can't do that. That's how you go backwards. That's not how you advance. And that's dangerous. And anyone supporting that is dangerous. But it's hard not to weigh on, if I'm trying to do a show and get out to a wide audience and it's just seems to be impossible to do that, it's hard to not let it weigh on you, isn't it? Yep, Joan, you're right. Joan says that would be the flu shot they pay people to get, that they give away in mass. Yep, that'd be a great way to sneak something in. And they could problem reaction solution, offer you the solution they already have ready with their little bonus in it. That's what they plan to do. And they always put their plan on plain sight. And yes, leave the plantation. Come with me and Paul to Gab. I'm at TSYS over on Gab. Paul is P Jones 420. And we have a Yankee Peeps group over there too, gab.com. And don't look for them in an app store. You cannot find gab.com in an app store. They're banned in every app store. To get them on your phone, you'll have to go through the website and do a little roundabout, but you can do it, and it works great on my phone, just like an app. But it's a little different. But it is not censored, and it's a free speech platform, so it's pretty nice. You will like it over there, and eventually we'll be going over there for streaming, I hope. I don't know, but I got a Gab Pro membership. It's just not recognizing me as a pro account yet as far as Gab TV goes and letting me upload content. So I'm trying to work through it and get that figured out and settled and solved. Samuel says there's been some chatter today that eye-opening events happened during the Super Bowl. I'm not buying it, but passing it on to the peeps just in case. Right on. Yes, Ron, Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. That document has been out since, the 70s that was discovered on a copier. Before they realized that copiers were storing memory of everything that they printed. someone bought a used copier and printed this classified document off of it called Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars that I encourage you to look up and read. It's only about 35, 40 pages. It's not that long, but it's very in-depth and very descriptive of exactly the weapons they're using against us in a silent war. And go read it and tell me that's not exactly what's taking place. They always put the truth out there. I don't think that they got released unintentionally anyway. I think they meant for it to get released. Ron's going to get over there one day, dude. By the time you get over there, it's going to be nice because they're doing so much work. They are really, really on the stick over there. There's little problems, but they get on them pretty quick. And then Paul said today that they got new tech stuff coming in and there's going to be massive changes. It's going to be 90% different real soon. So they're doing a lot of work over there, growing real good. Getting on all the new traffic. Gab.com. Samuel said search for what? Gab.com. If you want to stay on social media, because you know what? Facebook's making it to where you can't even talk about politics anymore. That's going to be completely banned on Facebook. Any talk of politics. Even though Zuckerberg is very out in the open about the fact that he has the power to manipulate elections and did so. And no one seems to be up in alarms about it. You know, for a social media company, that seems like a lot of power and influence. Yeah, let's get with the program, Ron. We need our security over at Gab. What if I get ambushed and the only way I have to reach out is Gab? How am I going to tell my guy I need him to kick some ass? Paul says Fauci said on day one the virus is in the cure. It's in the 2018 and 2019 flu shots as spreaders through shedding. That's probably why literally everybody seems to have the antibodies already for it. Joan is, what's Joan's name on there? Night Owl. She's Night Owl something. Oh, yeah. Speed dial, sir. Always question everything. Question everything. I keep wanting to go back to this fucker that's in my head. They tried, I don't know. They try to shame you for thinking for yourself. They're like operatives. They're like Mr. Smith. You know, they're like operatives for the Matrix system. They try to shame you into not thinking for yourself. So he's not worth thinking about. I keep trying to get him out of my fucking head. Rose said, seriously, when are they going to start just chloroforming masks and chemjecting people? It's strongly possible. I don't know. I don't like how the military language around this vaccine and the way they've been talking about stuff like that. I don't like that language of everyone needs to get this vaccine. You get it if you want it. I don't want it. I want nothing to do with it. Lisa, spit it out. Did you miss the morning yank today? I ranted about it on there, but the guy's name's Ben Fama Jr., and he's trolling the shit out of me. He was on that panel that I was on the Right to Reason, and he thinks that he made me rage quit by all of his excellent points, about 9/11 being an accident and burning desks, bringing down Building 7, and JFK being shot by one magic bullet. He threw out like 50 different things. He rambled for 12 minutes, and he feels like he threw out such excellent points that he made me rage quit. I left because it was a waste of my fucking time. And I told them why I was leaving when I left, but you know how people are, the delusional people. They'll build any reality they want in their head that fits what they want to believe. It's funny because this same person is an anti-truther. He calls himself an anti-truther, a reformed conspiracy theorist who has seen the error of his ways and doesn't believe in anything, including God, and feels completely self-assured and arrogant that he's right about all of it. Can't back any of it up, has no facts to reinforce any of that, and he's been in my head because he's running around like Paul told me. You don't play chess with a pigeon because they'll just shit all over the board and prance around like they won. And that's what he's doing. He's making memes and shit about how he made a truther rage quit a podcast with his excellent points. I challenge you to go over to the Right to Reason on YouTube and check out the episode QAnon and COVID. I'm not listed on it, but I'm in it. And tell me that Ben Fama Jr. makes fantastic points. The only person whose life he's changed is Paul's. He's convinced Paul, but Paul's trolling. I know he's not serious about it. It's ridiculous. He made no good points. And the arrogance to just sit there and talk about how I used to be one of these idiots that thinks that 9/11 was an inside job or that JFK was killed by a conspiracy. Dude, you don't even know what the fuck the word conspiracy means. A conspiracy is just two or more people organizing to do something. So you really think that Oswald worked completely by himself? That makes sense to you. And he pulled off how many shots, Paul? How many different shots? It's ridiculous. Oh, the new System of a Down song is fire. I don't know the name of it, but it is hot. I listened to it like 3 times today too. Ron turned me on to it, and it describes our current situation. I love how I say his name too. It's the only fun thing about it. I can't say it without putting the Boston accent on it. I've never been able to. He's a documentary filmmaker of sorts, is what he does. And he made an inspirational Bernie Sanders video. And when I used to host a Daily Burn, I almost had him on as a guest. And even back then, I had to say his name like that. I couldn't say it without Ben Fama Jr. Yeah, anti-truth. Listen, it's right there. It's right there in the statement. Anti-truth. He's pro-lies, pro-propaganda. He has decided to sell his soul to the man and strike down with what he considers to be infinite wisdom anyone who thinks for themselves, and then shame the shit out of them, But I am letting him go on about his business. He'll get bored of me after a while and find someone else new that he thinks he outsmarted. He will constantly reassure himself that he is brilliant. Nothing I can do is going to change his mind on that. So I give up on him. And I'm just trying to get him out of my head. And I should sick Roe on him. Roe's a pit bull. But he's a coward. Like during the interview, he didn't confront me at all. He wants to fight me on memes and on comment sections on Facebook. I'm not going to waste hours of my day on you, sir. I've already sat on a panel with you for an hour, listen to you run your mouth and waste moments of my day and make 0 points. Why would I pursue comment section arguments with you? You leave you to it, and you can get out of my notifications. I'm tired of seeing notifications. Ben Fama mentioned you in a comment. Don't do that, by the way. If you're arguing with somebody and they clearly have left and moved on with their life, quit tagging them. Jesus. You just want me to come back into that room of skeptics where you're in a friendly, safe place where everyone's reinforcing and they're your buddies and your fans so that I look ridiculous, even though I'm the only one making actual points or statements. I know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, he demanded answers that he wouldn't understand or accept. And like Clinton destroyed them. Clinton stayed. I left the interview. My friend Clinton Gordon stayed. And he destroyed them with logic and facts. Because, right away he was like, he asked Clinton a question about COVID. And then when Clinton went to answer it, he's like, oh, I can't speak on this. I'm not a doctor. Like, you know what? I'm sure that there's a lot of things you shouldn't speak on. You should probably take that stance on most issues. I don't know, Paul. I just have trouble believing that 6 people were hit by one bullet, man. Wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald using a bolt action rifle? Like, come on, how many? I don't know. It's just ridiculous. So he claims to be a reformed conspiracy theorist. So he claims that at one point he saw this and now unsees it. I don't think that's possible. Right, Samuel? Look, I brought it up for Lee. That's the only reason why we rehashed it. I didn't want to. I do want to move on. I didn't even want to do the panel. I did it for Clinton. I knew it would be a waste of time. These people don't want information. You know, I used to be guilty of trying to get you all to accept and be more understanding of these people. I'm at the point now where I'm agreeing with Paul. You got to leave the dead to bury the dead. They're going to drag us down with them. We don't need them anyway. We don't need everybody. We only need about 3% of the population to stand united. Exactly, Lee. Exactly. And that's what he's about and what he does. And that's why I don't want him in my head. He doesn't belong there. But I don't lie to you guys. And I always am upfront and honest. So Lee was seeing something and to not address it would be the opposite of what I do. I'm always trying to be authentic with you guys and honest and tell you the truth. Yeah. Yeah. And these are the ones that will line up to be contact tracers and narc on their neighbors and turn us all in and try to get us removed from society as dangerous. And the ones, you know, we're the ones they're trying to label as domestic terrorists right now. So that's how they'll enforce it with their gang of slaves to the system. Yeah, Neil Armstrong's cameraman on the moon, who was already there to film him getting out of the pod, taking the first step for mankind. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I wonder how he got there. How did he get there? How many people are we supposed to believe were inside that paper mache box? You're going to have a lot to explain to me, Paul. Now that you've unseen the truth, I'm going to need you to explain to me some of these things. That's right, Will. That's right. That's exactly what he is. Thank you. I don't understand being that arrogant, by the way. I could never be that way. I could never be so self-assured in myself to run around prancing around and about acting like I know everything. The thing that I know for sure is that you could just about squeeze what I don't know in the Grand fucking Canyon. There's so much I don't know, so much other people can teach me, so much I need to learn. I knew there was a reason. I knew I had an appeal. Lee says the reason why he watches me is because I'm honest and use critical thinking instead of herd mentality. I don't always arrive at the right answer, but, you know, at least I'm trying to use the right process to get there. Yeah, you seen it on TV? Yeah, I guess you did. Yeah, it must be true. I don't do drugs. I only use cannabis, which is not a drug, it's medicine. Samuel says, just a reminder, Vegas is not going to pay out on his $1,000 bet against Biden until March 5th. Why in the world would they hold out that long? Could they be betting on the U.S. military? It's very strange. I'll give you that. Very, very strange. That's super weird. And I'm very interested in that, you know. They also need to answer for where the hell Biden really is. Because, dude, when you at least get a nice desk, have you seen this desk where he's taking all his pictures with his executive orders? It's not even that nice a desk. He's president of the United States. Like they just have a basic desk with a presidential seal duct taped to the front of it. And where's he at? You know, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, they called the moon from a landline in the 70s. Oh, these people got it all figured out. We're sad. We're the ones to be pitied. They just manifested a photographer. Maybe it's from the people that live on the dark side of the moon. Maybe they filmed it. Yeah, Paul, quit interrupting my narrative with facts and evidence. Kabuki theater. Yeah, that is all it is. Well, let me tell you some more about what's going to come up this week. We got conspiracy theories and chill tomorrow night. Now, we won't be doing World's Fair yet. I need more time to investigate and research. Melissa has been helping me with that and actually helped me figure out what Brent may have been hinting at. What he wanted me to get to is that these world fairs, they hide a lot of hidden history and rub it right in your face. It seems to be the themes of these things. So I don't know if that's where Brent wanted me to go, but that's where the research is kind of leading me. I'm trying to figure out where the conspiracy is with these, and that seems to be it. So we're going to do a video on that in the coming weeks for conspiracy theories and chill. But tomorrow, when we gather, we're just going to be squirrel style. We can talk about any conspiracy theories at all. I'm going to bring like 3 or 4 to the table that are favorites of mine, and I'm going to kick them around a little bit, and then anything you guys want to get into at all, that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. And then Thursday night is rant night, and Friday night, I'm still working on a guest. I usually get a guest for you on Fridays. I need to get back to where I'm like 3-4 weeks ahead with that. I'm trying to do that, but I'm a little behind. Lolly says, I still haven't seen the SS call button on his desk either. You know, the one they said they removed because Trump used it to order Diet Coke? I never heard that story. That's funny. But, you know, if he really needed a Diet Coke, it was important. He's the fucking president. Get him a Diet Coke. I'm sorry, Joan. I still feel bad about ruining that for Joan. I ruined the moon landings for Joan. Joan, the moon is still there. It's still pretty. It's still in the sky. We just never gone there. And it's not a place people can go. Ron says, peace and love to all of you, beautiful peeps. Keep your heads up and never let the system get you down. And take yourself over to YouTube and listen to the new System of a Down song, because it is fire. Conspiracy Idiots and Chill is your favorite night? I imagine it is. You get to sit around and laugh at us, all of us that you know are daring to use our minds for what they were designed for. Oh yeah, I know. We need to get into a fun one. This World's Fair sounds like it's going to be fun and really interesting. I'm really trying to get at the core of something here and figure something out. And I like the picture that's forming and what this is going to be. But I want to do more fun ones because, yeah, a lot of the ones that we used to talk about are unfolding right before our very eyes. And it's a little spooky, to be quite honest with you. Oh, that's next week, the impeachment. Yeah, they're going to be wasting time impeaching a president that is no longer in office. And we're going to be paying for that little shit show. But that's going to be next week, huh? What a waste of time. I'm sure it'll be entertaining. I don't know, Danon. We may need to have an intervention. I think we're all going to have to surround Paul and do like little Clockwork Orange, hold his eyes open and bring him back to the light. I don't know what we're going to have to do, but we are going to have to do something about this because Man, this guy really got Paul bad. But thanks, you guys, for watching and hanging out at the show tonight. And I had a really good time hanging out with you. Matter of fact, we're not done. In a little bit, we'll be starting up the watch party. After the show, we have a watch party because I like to watch it back. It's new to me. And I love to hang out with people while I'm watching it and have another great discussion with you guys. So if you want, come back for that and hang out with us at the watch party in about 10 minutes. But thanks so much, guys. And I'll see you tomorrow on Conspiracy Theories and Chill on the Shawn Yankey Show. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys. Thank you.